Good morning, everyone. How you going? Hi, Sue. Hi, Nicole. How are you? Lovely to see you, both of you. Okay, so today's the last card we'll be doing of the Delicate Whispers. I was just trying to collect my thoughts on where I was. So now I've got quite a good card. Prize card for you all today. Beautiful day outside, and you'll notice that you've got a different view of my house, of my room. So I'm in the middle. Hi, Lamy. Hi, Marlene. How you going? Good to see you. Yes, I'm in the middle of shifting things around. So I can still see out the window here, and I can see out the door there. So I've still got a view, but I've got a wall behind me, which comes in handy rather than just the window. So there we go. It's a bit of a mess at the moment. My name's Suzie. I'm a Stampin' Up demonstrator in Australia, and I live in Brisbane, in the suburbs of Brisbane. So welcome, everyone. If you're interested in getting any products for paper crafting. Hi, Tanya. How you going? Lovely to see you. I have a QR code. I can never get it over the other side, so up there in the corner you can put your mobile phone on it, and it will, you take your camera, put it on the little QR code, it'll come up with a little yellow bar. Hit the little yellow bar and that will take you into my shop. Hi, Roz, how you going? Lovely to see you. How's your recovery going? Hope it's going well. And down below are all my details as well. You have my phone number, my email, and again, my link to my shop. So I'm sitting in a bit higher in this chair because my other chair over there, the gas thing's gone on it, so it's always low. So this one's a bit higher. And don't be surprised if you see Zeus get on the back of my chair because he likes to sit up there sometimes. Now, Lorraine's at the hospital. I had a message from her. She's waiting to go in for them to check her eyes, and hopefully they will do the other operation shortly for her. I know I went through it with mine, so depending on the state of your eye to when they do it. So let's hope, send in a big hug and hope that she gets a quick response. So she'll probably, could pop in if she's still in the waiting room. She might pop in and say hi. All right, so our vouchers have to be used by the 28th of February. So don't forget, if you've got vouchers, use them, because otherwise, 28th of February, gone. You'll lose them. So put it into your next order. Let's see, what else have we got? Stampin' Up and running a class for, here goes, for Lovely Blossom, something like that. Cataracts, yeah. So she's just having a checkup today to see how far her eye has gone. to have the operation. So hopefully they will do it shortly. Yeah, I haven't got my little notes neither because they're somewhere over in that mess over there. So let's go down to the mat, and I'll show you what we're going to make today. So just bear with me. As I said, things are in a heck of a mess at the moment. So we'll change our camera down to the desk. And of course check our audio because it keeps falling out. All right, here we are. So I've got to work out my Scan and Cut is actually out of the box and sitting on the end of this table. I've registered it, but that's as far as I've got with it. So I did that last night and I registered it this morning. So this is just a little sample I made of the card we're going to make. So what happens is they pop, one pops up and one pops down. So it's a moving card. So these little bits here are to go on here when I stamp them or whatever I do with them. So they'll go on each of these. So that's going to be our card today. And this is from Dawn from the Glitter Pit. I think that's right. She's a US distributor, and she makes some fantastic cards. So I saw this one and I loved it straight away. So I thought, brilliant, we can make that. And I have a girlfriend who's more like a sister, and the end of the month is her birthday. So I thought I might make a special card. So I'm doing it in black. I've taken cream, or very vanilla, sorry, for the insides. So I've got a black cardstock, and that is 5.5 by 8.5, and then scored at 4.25. So it's a normal size card. And I've got a piece of red, which is going to go on there. And I think it was real red. Yeah, real red. A piece of gold. I didn't know whether to put the big piece of gold on the background or keep it as red. So if you get any ideas, let me know if you think it should be the bigger piece of gold. And then I've got a piece of black that's going to go on top of that. And that will make our card. I'm sort of leaning against putting a bigger piece of gold and then a piece of red and then black. So let me know what you think. So that's our card. We also have two little bits which will be the inside of the card. So that will be these. All right. So we've got two pieces of black. Where's my bone folder? I had it here last night because I did that other one last night and did a quick one, so I had it to show you, and it's gone for a walk. I'll just use my finger at the moment. Got to be somewhere. No, it's not in the drawers, I don't think. I only got the top drawer. No. Because all my stuff's still over the other side. So they go. And these cream pieces here are what's going to go inside of there. So these pieces are 2 1/8 by 2 3/8. So they will sit in there. Then we've got 2 pieces at 4 by 5 1/4. They're what's going inside the card itself. So I'll put that there. Now we come to the interesting bit. So to make these move as they do, we need a mechanism. I don't know whether you can see under there. You can see the mechanism. So there's 2 of them. So there's one at the top and one at the bottom. And then this one goes the opposite way. So this card goes down. So you hear the birds out there? Okay, so these pieces are, 4 of them, and they're 2 inches by 2 1/2. On the 2-inch side, you're going to score at 1 inch, so you're going to score them down the middle like that. And I've got to find a bone folder. And I started to work out where it had to be. So once you've scored it in the middle and folded it, then we've got to do the mechanism. So I'll just show you on one. I started on this one. So you need a pencil and you need a ruler. So on the, that's a 2-inch side. So on the 2 1/2 inch side, you're going to put a dot at 1 inch and then 1 1/2 inch. Okay, take it then up to the score line, and we're going to do the same thing. So we're going to do 1 at 1 inch and 1 at 1 1/2 inch. Then we're going to go up to the other side. And again, 1 inch, 1 1/2 inch. Okay. Then we get a stylus. You can draw a line, or you can just use the dots. So you can draw a faint line across. Okay. So from this top bit, we're going to go from this corner to this dot. I hope everybody can hear me okay. I never thought to check to make sure since I've moved everything about. And then from that corner to this dot. So we're going to get our stylus. You've got this end of you take a pick. So you want the small stylus to do it. Then we're going to put our ruler from that corner to that dot. And we're going to then drag our stylus along. It does make Okay, just make a difference, shouldn't it? So we go the opposite end. Seems to make a difference. Go from there to that dot and score. Then we're going to go whoops, from the dot to this corner and score again. Wouldn't you know it? So then we're going to go from the dot here to that dot there, and then we're going to score that. And the same on the other side. From the fold so then that one folds over there. Try and get it straight. This one folds over that side like that. And this one bends in half. Okay. Hi Debbie, how are you going? Lovely to see you. And then we're going to just pinch this with our fingers to make a fold along there, that side, and the same on the other side. So then we have our mechanism. Okay, so one side's folded in and the other one we've got flaps on. So where's the other one that I did here? So fold it down to the middle. Fold that down. Make sure your crease is there. And then press that one along. And this one on with your fingers and make like a V. I'm just going to see if I can find a bone folder. Just bear with me a moment. I have 3 of them. I think I could find one. No. I can't see one. Going to kind of be a ruler. Okay, so now we're going to do the next one. So on the long side, the long edge, I'm going to put a dot at 1 inch and then 1.5. You don't have to draw the lines if you don't want to. Wow, that's a lot of miles there, backwards and forwards to the hospital. Again, on the fold, 1 inch, 1.5 inches. Then again at the other end, so 1 inch and 1.5. I'm waiting at the moment for my big brown box to come. Oh, 2 big brown boxes actually. It's hard to see. And then you can draw a faint line across. Whoops, that one went a bit crooked. So from the corner, hang on. Oops, that's a pencil, not so from the dot to the fold. And from the dot to the fold. Then from the corner to the dot. So you end up with 2 like V shapes. You hear all the birds. Yeah, they mount up, don't they? Then just finger press this one here. I wish I knew where to put my main folder. So if you hear somebody yell out, it's my 2 brown boxes coming, big brown boxes. Okay, this is the last one. So again, 1 inch and 1.5 inches up to the fold line. An inch and 1.5 inches. And then at the other end, 1 inch and 1.5 inches. No, so you can, if you want, put a line across it. So that means you should have here like a 1/2 inch. And then we'll score it again from the point to the corner. To the fold, I should say. To the middle dot. So this, I got this from Dawn, from the Glitter Pit. So yeah, I've lost my train of thought. So this one then goes from the fold. Goes from the fold, and that one goes from the fold out. So we've done that one. So now we've got to do this one. I lost my train of thought there. So, and this is the small end of the stylus. And then again from the dot to the fold. I have no idea where my fan folder's gone. As I said, I've got 3 of them. I can't even find one. Fold that over. Fold this one. And then just finger pinch this line here. Now you need to make sure that that you've got a nice fold on there. Okay, and then we're going to rub out all of our marks. Because we don't want them to show in the card. So just get an eraser. And get rid of them. Okay. Seem to be getting rid of them, little flash. And these mechanisms are going to hold our little cards inside. So it looks like I'll be spending all weekend rearranging everything. Alright, so that's all our little mechanisms done. They look like little birds, don't they? Okay. Then we're going to take our card. Now, I asked you earlier, do you think we should do a big gold and a little red and black on the front of the card? Should we change the red to the gold to the red, make a bigger piece of gold around? What do you think? Let me know what you think. Before I start gluing it on. These are our inside pieces, and they're going to go in there on either side of our score line, because the score line will actually help you to work out where your mechanisms go. You like it what I have it there? Okay. I use the better vanilla instead of the white. I thought the white would be too stark. So we're going to put this and have a little border around it. And try and get them about as level as you can. Hi Sarah, how you going? You're at musical bingo. Music bingo. That sounds interesting. My sister's a bingo player. She loves her bingo. And she always wins. She even wins on the pokies. Me, I just feed them. So now we're going to put this piece. It's easier to put them on now before you put your pieces inside. So just eyeball it till it looks like it's even. And then we're going to do the same with this one. And then our final piece is the black one. That's lovely, Sarah. How long's your brother and sister-in-law staying for? And then put our black piece. Hope that looks straight. Okay, so we'll decorate that afterwards, but at the moment we're going to attach our little booklets, I suppose you call them, or a card within a card. So they're going to go along the line here of your very vanilla. So you'll have one side that goes up, like that. Wrong way. So on that you will have two where it points up. That will be on the top. Okay, so we'll put some glue in here. Now remember, our points are going up. So we are going to put it and hold it. So just hold it for a few seconds while it and then we're going to take our second one, and again with our points going up, we're going to put some glue so our points are going up, and we're just going to put that one in there like that. So our flats are going down. I've never heard of musical bingo. So we'll just press that and we'll leave that to dry, and that will be our top bit. Now we've got to go to our one at the bottom. So with this one, we want our points to point down. So whereas this one points up, this one points down. So we'll put some glue in again. I thought she explained this really well when I watched it last night. So I hope I'm doing her card justice. So our flaps now are pointing up. You see that? This one's down, this one's pointing up. This part's down on the bottom one, and on the top one it's pointing up. One more to do. And whoops, the same thing, it has to point down. So just make sure that your arrows are pointing down. And just hold on to that. Okay, now to attach them to our card. So what we're going to do is we're going to make that level with the top, so with your white piece, and then these points here are just before your crease, so that when you fold the card over, it doesn't mess them around. I don't know what you'd say for that. Doesn't fold them backwards, I suppose. So we're going to put some glue on her first two. So we want it level with the white, and we need to come back so it's not, it's just outside the line of your crease. And then just hold that down for the few minutes. You wish you could join in, don't you? It just sounds a bit like fun, doesn't it? Okay, so now we've got our bottom piece, which is again going to line up with our white, not white, very vanilla, and then away just this side of the crease line. All right, so we're now going to put some glue on there. So line it up with the bottom of your very vanilla, and just make sure that it's on this side of the fold line. And then just hold on to that for a few minutes and just have a sip of coffee. So that's our first one done. Now we're going to put glue on the rest of these. If you want, you can use tearing tape. It's up to you what adhesive you use. Then we're going to close the card. And we're going to hold it. So press down on it. I might just put a block on it, and we'll hold that there. So we've got to decorate the front of our card, and we also have to decorate our little pieces here that go inside those little black cards. So we're using Delicate Whispers, as you know, which is an online exclusive, and you can't get this until March the 3rd. So the 3rd of March. I'm not stamping there, so I thought I would cut a couple of these out in the gold. Where's my other one? Oh, here it is. So a couple of those out in the gold. And then I had a piece of, there we go. Oops, wrong way around. So we might do that. We might do some flowers. So I might do the flowers in the real red. So just cut a piece of real red. We're not going to use all of that. I want 4 of those, and I'll cut this. Right. Bring up the mini. You know, I love using my mini. So we'll have our gold piece. And did I bring some tape? No, I didn't, did I? So we'll put a bit of tape on, just to keep them in place. Okay. Run that through. This blue tape's really sticky. There's our gold pieces. We'll do some flowers. Probably half a dozen. So it's probably easier to do the outside of the card before you put in everything else inside. Ah, that's me putty end. So what's everybody got planned for the weekend? Anything exciting? I don't know where that, oh, there it is. Going anywhere special? I'm going to be here. Sorting out this room. So my big computer will stay where it is over here, in front of that window. So I'm not changing that one. And big cabinet with some of my papers on, which are over the other side. I might put at the back of me so that I can have them. Now we'll do some greenery. So that was real red for the flowers. I don't think that's cut through properly. We'll give it another run. We could even do some of these grassy bits in gold as well. And see what happens. Birthday party at your mum's place for your dad. Oh, that's good. And Johnson's is tomorrow lunch. Wow. Garden chores. Sounds like you'll have a really busy weekend there, Tanya. You're lovely to celebrate. Where did it go? Oh, there it is. I thought I might have a so that's all we'll do at the moment. So the leaves are in pretty peacock. Put that over there. We wish we could be there with you too, Sarah. Sounds like they're having an awful lot of fun. And you've had painters all week, Marley. Oh, I know that only too well. Painting and pulling everything out and having to put it all back again. And renovated a couple of houses here and there. Living in disarray. That's why I wonder my son didn't say anything when he came home. Oh, that's lovely, Deb. We got much more to do at Mum's place. breakup songs. All the lonely hearts. I'm going to get rid of some of this paper I've got hanging around too. Old songs or new songs? Alright. You ready? So it's just a plain ordinary card. And one moves up and one moves down. Isn't that cool? Yeah, it really does open up a room when you move walls or make things bigger. All right. So I think we might pop these up. So I want my mini dimensionals. Sorry about having to go backwards and forwards. So I think we'll need little bits of you like that, Tanya? I thought it was pretty neat. I have to thank Dawn from the Glitter Pit because that was her that I saw to do it like that. You like the card too, Deb? Well, let's see what we're going to do with it. Now we're going to put some gold leafy things on there. Don't have to cut them. I want them to stand up a bit. I don't cut them in half very well. That's more like 3/4 and 1/4. So I'm just going to put them where I can. So my granddaughter went shopping yesterday for her formal dress. She the car she's got, which is a Mopar, I think it's a Dodge Challenger. something like that, is black. And she sent some photos. So she tried on a red dress, which was really, really nice. I like that. And she's got a cute little, what they used to call an hourglass figure. And the red, I like the red one. She had 2 black ones and a red one. And Paul thought the red one showed too much of her top half. Whereas if you put her in the black one, if she goes in the black one, then the car's black. So she'll just meld into the car. So it's funny, you know, I think. What we got here? Thank you, girls, ladies. Double pop-up platform are always fun. Yeah, it's called a double pop-up moving card. I like to find things that challenge me. Sometimes I fail with them, and then other times they turn out okay. But I like to find something that's different. And so because I want these popped up, it's a no, that's right. She needs to stand out. But of course, being a father, no, she shows too much up the top. And I said, oh well. And one's got a split right up to the top of the leg. The black one of the black ones, which apparently comes in red as well. So takes after a nana there. I like black and I like red and purples and pinks. Oh, can't get it off my thumb. I had to cut it down again. It's coming up with me. Actually, I've got a card that I want to do. I have to work out, it's a moving card too, so I'll have to work out how to do it. Try to tuck those in so they don't not seam. It would have been easier to just glue them, but I didn't want to. Okay, that bit. Now these we're going to glue. Oh, you can't hear us. I should think not if everybody's singing and... No, that's exactly right, Tanya. They don't understand it. He just thinks that if she wears things that are low cut, that I suppose guys will think that she's, easy sort of thing. Guys think like guys because they do something, they think everybody's going to do something. What do you think? And that's exactly what he says to her is, I was 16, 17 at one stage, I know how boys think. Now she looks so grown up. She wants to be a hostess when she leaves school. So I can remember when they start school and now they're leaving and going to work. Paul's been trying to get her to go into the forces. And it's funny because I wanted my boys to go into the forces because it was a secure job. But no, they didn't want to. Shane's son, he's in the army, so he went. So now he wants Bella. Paul wants Bella to go into the forces. Well, that's right. That's certainly right, Tanya. Oops. There. But Daddy's girl. One more flower. Okay, so there's the front. Do you think we need to put anything else in it? What do you think? Does it need a bit more of anything? So now we've got our inside bits. Which will go in there like that. So she reckons it's easier to put these in. So we're going to stamp on this. So we're going to stamp that gorgeous flower. Yeah. My dad used to say, call my skirts a belt. Get that belt off. Don't change it. Shine everything you've got. Now, I just got to get some ink and okay. Green. backwards and forwards like a yo-yo, aren't I? Alright, I forgot the ink. So, Secrecy ink. I forgot this chair rolls away. Yeah, it's funny how they change their tune when it comes to having a daughter. Okay, I need a happy birthday. Sorry about having to jump up and down. So I've got all my nude stamps here, and I'm going to look for a happy birthday. And hopefully I've got It's Your Birthday, but it's just in plain font. Oh, here we go, look at this. But it might be too big. Okay. So let's colour this in. So because we've got red on the card, I'm going to do a red flower. So I've got Poppy Parade. I'm trying not to go out the line because it's not like I'd be cutting these out. They're being stamped. And this is Dark Poppy Parade. It's a nice colour red, isn't it? I'm going to do a leaf, so my leaf is light old olive. I should have probably had all this done. I was fiddling around this morning with the scan and cut machine. I haven't used it yet, but I wanted to get it up and running. I'll call you brown colour. What is it? SU 600. I've been trying to be really good getting everything sorted out so it doesn't take as long. And I should have done that with this one instead of so I've put one of those in there and one up there. It's all right, Bear. And this is going to be miles too big, I think. This is that fabulous saying. Which is going to be miles too big. Yep. Oh, this is there. I thought it would be. I can put that on the front though with I could put happy birthday on the front here on a long piece. I could put that along there. And then inside, just because. I think you're amazing. Yep. I've got boxes under here that I've got to take and put in the shed. I've been packing up some stuff, so I've got some room. We could put I'd have to put it on an angle. No, it still won't fit, I don't think. No, it might just because on top if we did that, I appreciate you. It's going to be too big. It's been on my mind. So it could you put you've been on my mind on that bottom one. And we could put just at the top. What do you think? Think we can do that? Or we could put our live friend. We've got most around here, haven't I, now? We'd have to put that on an angle. And then put this other one yeah, keep doing it too far over. So what do you think for the inside? Oops, nearly put the whole paper on there. So we could do that. So we'll glue these in. So we just want a little bit of a border. And then we'll take the just make sure we have it the right way around. And just pop that into place. So there, that's in place. And then I think we'll put the other flower on the opposite side, just for something different. Oh, I've done this here, haven't I? And then we'll put You've Been on My Mind on the other side. You could do all sorts with this card. Okay, so there's the front and pops open inside. You can, if you want, put something on here as well. You could put one of the flowers or something on there, but I don't want to overdo it too much. And then I think Happy Birthday. And I want a piece of cream paper. I don't have to get a piece. The whole thing came out. So there's our Happy Birthday, and you know what I'm going to have to do now, don't you? Because I probably haven't got something off the top of my head that I can cut this out with, except for fussy cutting it. And I am not the best at fussy cutting. But at the moment, it's the only Happy Birthday in script that I can find. Cut that. I'm sorry, you can't see me doing it, can you? Probably a good job too, you know. It's not. Sorry, I've gone all quiet on this, but I think I should do a lot of the first thing I should do on my um, scan and cut is a whole heap of happy birthday. Okay, so what do you think? Put that at the bottom. and put a couple of little dots on there. Yep, wrong game, wrong one. So put that along there like that. I want some gems. Okay, we're on the last leg. Oh, thank you. I'm not really good at fussy cutting. Okay, so I'll just stick a couple of gems on here. So I'm going to put them in where the holes are in the flowers. Okay, so there's our gems. Now, I was going to do a little bow. You love it, Sarah? Thank you. And I haven't got my ribbon scissors, so we just have to do with a different pair. Pull that tight. Slip it off my fingers. So what do you think? Just there? glue dot. Now, this has to go in the post. So I'm going to put a little bit of glue on as well, so that hopefully it will stay there. And I think we'll put this side. And we can't go without any wing, can we? So just put some wing on these inside flowers. And on the leaves. Okay. See you, Tanya. Thank you for watching. Thank you, Nicole. Thank you. Thank you, ladies. Lovely to see you all here. Have a great weekend. Okay, thank you, everybody. That was a bit of a long one, wasn't it? So I hope you like the card. And my bow's fallen off already. So I'll need to do that. Take care, everyone, and I will see you on Monday with some new stuff. Take care. Bye. Have a great weekend, everyone.